Many businesses don't realize how crucial video marketing is to the success of their local business. Many companies don't understand how much business they're losing by not taking advantage of this growing trend. Believe it or not, the average number of people watching video daily is an astonishing 100 million and rising. If you own or operate a business in Northumberland County, you need to get started on building a video marketing campaign today. And we can help you with that at Social Butterfly Video Marketing, a 100% local Northumberland County business.
To another week in the Breezeway with Franny and Beebs. I'm Franny, this is Beebs, and tonight we have special guests.
Bill and Travis Watts.
How you doing?
Thanks for coming to the show, boys.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks,
Bill.
Steve.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Part of the double barrel.
That's
It's a double barrel, man.
Yes, it is. We're going to bring that in. These guys were all in a part of the band now after years of jamming together.
That's
years.
You got that right. Yeah.
And Darren Johnson, that couldn't make it down today, but he's the lead player of this group. Yeah, Bones. Bill, now you've been playing for a long time. Now, where did you actually get your start in playing?
Well, Steve, I think I started when I was 15, 16, and I was playing rock back then.
Yeah.
And right up until I was probably 20, 21. And I kind of shied away from the rock and got into the country.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that ever since.
And you got a lot of family members in it, because I know your son Travis here, but I also know about your grandson.
Oh, yes.
He's quite a guitar picker.
He's very good.
I seen him down at an event there not too long ago, and he was playing some Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff. He was really good.
Yes, he played actually last night at Boston Pizza with the band.
Oh, very good. We'll have to get them on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It was
very.
packed. And it just went, who is that kid? You know?
He's one of the Watt boys. Why don't we do something like Under the Influence? We'll pick a tune there.
All right, sure. Kick her out. She knew I knew that she had to get me. I just closed my eyes and let it be. Now she walked by me like she never met me. Well, I didn't even make a memory, for I was under the influence of love. And I wonder now what I was thinking of. Yes, I was so in love, I let her hurt me, though I knew better. Under the influence of love. How did you get your start here, Bill? Your dad was saying something about Tim Peters? Or Stu Peters.
There's a little Stewie. Funny story. Like, I used to follow my dad around like a puppy dog, because he would have practices every weekend, it seemed, for a long time. And I was fascinated with drums. So wherever there was a drum kit, I was there. I didn't even have to play them. I just wanted to watch, whether it was Ted Markland, Albert DeBraney. There was our cousin there. Oh God, the names come into the head and then they just go.
If it's anything like that, you're not cousins with Stacey Doherty.
Is this on the record? Sorry, Stace. Throw you right under the bus like you wouldn't believe. That's okay. Everything's good, right? This is being edited. But anyway, went out and practices, and Dan Coyle was the drummer at the time, and Stu said, so I hear you play some drums. So he said, get up on Danny's kit there, and let's hear what you can do. And started playing, and about, I'd say 3 months later, they had a concho reunion up at the Hole in the Wall in Newcastle. And Stu called up and goes, hey, I know that you're not old enough to drink in here, but you sure as hell are to play in here. So went there for the Friday and the Saturday, I think, right? And what a time! What a good person to take me and take me out
That
and
young,
kick
too,
me
right?
right in the butt and say, this is how it's going
You
down.
went
And,
right into the fire at that.
oh yeah, and I was sweating bullets big time. Because Concho was known around the time as
Concho
being
was,
one of the bands, you know.
It was, yeah.
And great players they had on lead. You had Stu, and he played steel as well. And then you had Giz Watt. You also had Bobby McQuaid on the bass. And I'll never forget this story as long as I live. And I laugh at it. I still look up and go, Stu, that was some fun nights. But we got out there and we got playing some Devil Went Down to Georgia. Okay, and Stu could play anything. He could play a steel, he could play a fiddle, he could play a lead guitar, he could do it all, and he could sing. And when Stu got a little bit of the liquid encouragement into him, you never knew what the hell he was going to pull out of the bag, right? So we get playing, and after the first set, he goes, kick that goddamn bass drum louder, Waddy, come on now. He goes, you're not going to break the thing, right? So we go back on. Well, if I didn't kick the bass drum, and I kicked the crap out of it, and I broke my foot pedal. We still had 2 sets to go that night. So I went to the bartender, I said, you got any twine back there? He goes, yeah, just a second. Wrapped it up, got through the night, but I still laugh about that to this day. But yeah, the times. But who got me into the whole thing was my mom and dad. Hands down. I remember I came home from school one day. My mom and dad had went to Jim Waterbury's music store.
I know him well, yeah.
And they had a little blue kit of Baxter drums. You never forget your first. And they brought that home for my brother, believe it or not, my brother Rick. And he played them, and he can play them, but he just never took to it. And I just saw them sitting there collecting dust, and one day I just sat down and I never got off. And the rest is history. I love it. I absolutely love it.
And you play with a lot of different bands too. I did up in the city too. I know I
Yep.
kept an eye on you on Facebook there.
played-
And you like Bill has played
Oh.
with everybody, like Darren Johnson, Angie Austin,
The
you know,
Lisa
the
Hart.
EBGBs, Lisa Hart.
Larry Adams, John Noonan.
Oh, those guys are fun lads to play with.
Stewie Peters and him and Giz and you name it. If he hasn't played with most bands around here, he knows somebody in the band that he's played with at one time or another.
Well, now he's got son and grandson that's making their mark on playing everywhere.
That's right. Well, we're trying to keep the family name around and keep it real, right? So it's fun. And I mean, I look at my life, my family, and then I look at my musical family, and it's like you never have a shortage of friends. That's what I love about this.
No, this makes us a circle of friends like you wouldn't believe, Breezeway.
And then you look at this, like double barrel. Like, how did this all come to be? Like, it's a crossing of paths.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Me too, Bill, because I know that I jammed with you at least 30 years ago.
Well,
Back with Tex Richardson and back, you knew the guys back there, you know, and it's been a long time coming. Jimmy Lewis. And been able to play and jam, I mean, with Darren and Kim Fuller, and we've had a lot of fun with over the years. It's going to be a feel-good band to get this one going.
And then the backyard bashes.
We've got a great lineup this year in the backyard.
I can believe it.
Make sure everybody gets down and checks out Double Barrel, April 15th down at Rico's. Got to say a throw it to Rico's for taking us on our debut adventure.
Looking forward to that
Yeah,
one.
for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna kick the doors down.
And tonight's health drinks are brought to you by the one and only.
isn't much different.
Thanks, Freddie.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is on film.
Cheers.
Anyway, I want to ask you, I heard you had some health problems now.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
show my age, I guess.
You showing your age? You sure that's all it
Too
is?
many years of partying with you.
Nothing to do with your weight or nothing like that, eh?
No, nothing to do with that at all. No.
Okay, I hope you get well quick then.
I'll work on it if you're at
Okay,
night.
you do that.
Hey, Beebs, you should have been down at the Ganny not too long ago. There was quite a lineup down there, and it brought back a lot of old feelings from a lot of people that used to frequent the Ganny. First of all, fans, but I got to see Mike McGivern and these fellas that's had a band for years, and it's a tight band, and you had a couple add-ons too. You had Chester Senior and his son that was a pretty hot liquor guitar picker.
Yeah, Trevor.
You should have been down to that one, Beebs. It was
Yeah, I was under the weather.
yeah. Now, how long? How many years did you have with Mike McGivern?
more than I want to admit.
After one, they kind of lost count, right?
I was playing with the band, back when Mike asked me about joining his band. He was starting a new one. And what had happened is we got together one Saturday at my place, and my wife Bonnie says, well, you'll never play with that SOB. And that was kind of, you know, icing on the cake. And that's going back 40 years at least. And Bonnie and Mike are like brother and sister now, you know.
Well, I can tell because the first words out of Bonnie's mouth when you guys started down there, if you hear her listen in the background of the video that I posted, nothing's changed.
And that all come about, Steve, that particular day. It was a week or 2 weeks before that particular day at the Ganny. A knock come to the door, and it was Mike's wife Sigrid with a big armful of sandwiches and I don't know what all, then Mike with an armful of whatever, then all of a sudden Darren and Travis, Robert Davis,
Chester,
Trevor, and we're all sitting at my place because it's Bonnie's birthday that they're going to have a jam for Bonnie.
Very nice, yes.
And what transpired after that, somebody went to the Yanny, said, well, you should be over at Bonnie and Bill's place. There's one hell of a jam going on. Well, we never got invited. Well, we didn't know about it, you know.
and I mean, we're talking about an apartment living room, right? There's not a lot of space, you know.
But the next thing is we heard that Rick had said, well, if those boys want to do anything, tell them to come over here.
Because it was 17 years since the Ganny seen country music, right?
He told us it was 17 years since we played this.
And it won't be the last because there's the next gathering I heard through the grapevine is going to be May 1st. Is this true?
That's true.
That's what I've heard.
Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
I'll make that one. Whether they're sick or not.
Well, we come back here to the Breezeway studio after we were done, and we finished her up about 1:30 in the morning the last time. You couldn't help it.
I'm not used to those late hours, so you know, I usually wake up by 7.
Why don't we pick a little tune? We'll have a little. People say I'm no good and crazy as a lamb. I get stoned in the morning and I get drunk in the afternoon. Kinda like my old blue tick hound, like to lay around in the shade. I ain't got no money, but you know I've got it made. I ain't asking for money for nothing. I can't get it on my own. That was weird.
I was thinking that.
If you don't like the way I'm living, I'll just leave this long-haired country boy alone.
Anyways, we got 3 gigs coming up for Double Barrel. First one we mentioned April 15th at Rico's in Coburg. We're on at 8:30. April 30th we're at Frank's in Coburg. Again 8:30 start.
One that I'm really looking forward is Preston Springs. What weekend you got that?
That's July 9th. We're on at 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Two shows.
That's going to be fun.
That's gonna be a ball.
That's good over there.
Yeah, see if I can remember it.
That's all the time we got this week in the Breezeway. I wanted to say a special thanks for you guys coming out.
Thanks,
I
Steve.
really do. That's,
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
that's
Thanks,
nice,
Steve.
Phil.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's been fun jamming, and it's going to be even funner here getting all together.
Yeah, especially get Darren.
Yeah, or we'll get him on here yet too, when he's down here for one of these gigs coming up. So till next week in the Breezeway, keep your beer on ice and your sticks handy.
Or poking them toads. Or Easter bunnies.